Briz, you know what? Briz, I think that this is the absolute best time to segue into something very special. What do you think?
All right, let's do it.
All right, I'm going to take this comment down because nobody likes Hex Token except me, and I think that's very, very important to say. Here we go,
So
Briz.
untrue.
I know. Dude, that music makes me get naked. I gotta admit, man. Come on, man.
Right.
I feel like I gotta swing my hips and do some salsa and do some bachata, whatever. Dude, what do you got for us today, man? What's going on? Let's check it out here.
All right. So I did a small series, and I wanted us to take this moment and maybe appreciate the timeline that we're living in, because I think we mentioned it maybe on a previous cast that it took. We're in a very special place that we're in right here. That we have the internet. We have someone like Richard Hart. We have had Bitcoin created, and then Ethereum was created, and then came along Richard Hart, and just all these puzzle pieces fell together.
Coming together.
And yeah, they came together to make this really magical moment to what I believe, financially free us from the chains of the fiat banking system.
Sure.
So I wanted to take a moment and realized how special of a timeline this is, and how close it could have been completely averted, and we would be stuck with high fees and Ethereum and Binance and all these crappy stuff. So what we have here is Richard Hart and the Multiverse of Madness. All right.
Okay. Let's see what we got here.
So-
Multiverse of Richard Hart and the Multiverse of Madness. Is that me down there? And that's you?
That is you,
Dude,
and
you
that
look
is
like
me.
Qui-Gon Jinn, bro.
Thank you. That was the goal. So this first slide is going to be of so this is 10 multiverses where Richard Hart did not create the Pulsechain. Now this first slide is Richard Hart. He's still driving Lamborghinis, right? But instead of buying them, Richard Hart is actually he's just a mechanic. In this multiverse, Richard Hart is he's a Lambo mechanic. He's working on this thing. He gets to drive it, in and out of the garage, and maybe on a test drive. But
so in our first alternate universe, if Richard Hart did not create Pulsechain, he is a mechanic.
In this multiverse, he was a Lamborghini mechanic. All right.
Outstanding. All right, let's see the next one.
in this next universe, remember, anything can happen in these multiverses. And this one, he looks like he's working at a Louis Vuitton store. And
is that how they dress there?
Apparently, I mean, this is a legitimate picture. They got that real Handmaid Tales vibe going on, but Richard looks like he's happy with his job. But unfortunately, in this multiverse, he did not create the Pulsechain.
He did not. No. So he wouldn't have graced us with that. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. What do we got next?
All right. Next one is he's at a fancy restaurant, right? But instead of ordering the food, he's actually serving the food.
The club seal is delicious this time of year.
So
if you guys just joined, let me kind of fill you in on what the real hell that you're watching on the screen. Briz comes up to me today. He's like, Brandon, I got a great idea, dude. It's a little bit of comedy. So Briz says, I'm going to have these alternate universes where Richard Hart did not create Pulsechain. And that's where we are right now, and I can't really explain anymore, but we're going to let him talk. Go ahead, Briz.
All right. So, this is just another multiverse where Richard Hart did not create the pulse chain, and that's an
And what's he
unfortunate.
doing here? He's a waiter?
Yeah, he's a waiter. He's just taking this very nice couple's the meal and giving a suggestion about the clubbed seal being very delicious.
The club seal. Correct.
Maybe he meant club sandwich. I don't know. We'll see.
You're such an idiot.
All
All right,
right.
what we got next?
In this next multiverse, Richard is making jewel. I'm sorry. He's making jewelry. Instead of wearing the jewelry, instead of having the bling, he's creating it. And in this particular multiverse, he's actually making something for Mr. Vitalik Buterin.
Oh,
And he's
because
saying,
Buterin in this multiverse, he's actually still the Ethereum guy, the head honcho.
yeah, there is no pulse chain, but Vitalik, he's rolling hard, I guess. He's getting something made for him.
Oh my gosh. All right.
All right. We got our next multiverse is you know how much Richard loves his Louis Vuitton, right?
Oh, of course.
In this multiverse, he's actually making the bags. This multiverse, he gets the handbags, but he gets to handle them, but he's making the bags.
I've got a very important question from chat for you. Okay.
All right. What is it?
It's on the screen.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the slideshow. What the hell are you smoking? I'm from California, Mr. Magnus. So we actually have it's Galaxy Mints, all right?
So in this multiverse, Richard Hart is in potentially the sweatshops of Southeast Asia.
Yeah, it seems like that's probably where he's at right there. All right, this next one. All right, so it looks like he's in a sweatshop, right? Very, very unfortunate. But in this next multiverse, it's a little bit better. He's not necessarily making the pulse chain, but Richard Hart in this multiverse is actually the controller, I guess, of Apple. Because I don't know if you kids know this, but it looks like in this one he became Steve Jobs, and he's doing an earnings report for Apple, and look at that, 15.6 billion.
15.6 billion. I mean, he wasn't too far off.
Not too far
Only
off.
like a 7.5x. That's all.
For Steve Jobs to get to this number, it took him like 30 years.
Yeah.
So, this is Richard Hart's first his first blockchain, because Hex is not a blockchain. All right, so
there's more.
There's another one. In our next, and then I thought this was pretty funny when he says, when we release our new app in 2 weeks, ... Little inside joke to the pulse chain right there.
I see the quote. I see it.
So our next multiverse is Richard Hart is actually a valet driver.
Richard's valet.
And he's helping this nice gentleman out of his car.
He's got the face for any one of these jobs, though. That's the crazy part.
Right? I mean,
is that weird to you, or is that just weird to me?
No, I think that's just kind of the way Richard is. Instead of driving the fancy cars, he's still driving them, but it's unfortunate he did not create the pulse chain in this multiverse. And our next one, he's actually an airline pilot, but not even just like a regular airline pilot. This looks like a private airline pilot. Looks like he's taking some people over to Hexaco.
Oh my gosh, dude, he looks like a pilot, man. It's so weird.
All right. In our next slide, you know how Richard loves the ladies, right?
Yeah.
Well, in our next slide, he did not create the pulse chain because he's just spending time in his harem with his ladies, and and he's and instead of having, because they didn't really have watches in this particular time period, he's telling the girls, you should see my golden sundials.
Probably.
All right. Sorry. And this next one, this next slide is like the picture that kind of got me going on this whole multiverse
Okay.
idea. And this next slide is well, this is definitely the wrong Richard. This is definitely the wrong timeline. We do not want to be in this multiverse. All right. This guy is definitely not creating the Pulsechain.
But this is somebody else's multiverse that we're talking about here, right?
Well, I mean, it's
BitBoy's rendition of Richard.
exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe in this timeline, BitBoy is Richard Hart.
Yeah, we just did some pretty deep stuff there. I don't know if you realized it, but that's pretty cool.
It's yeah. All right. Our next one is I'm
Somebody
not gonna
says,
lie.
I'm getting high without smoking.
Get that contact high. In this next one, so it's a little spicy. I'm not gonna lie, but we all know how much Richard loves his diamonds, right? On this next one, Richard was born in the wrong place, I guess.
Oh,
He's getting the diamonds, but
what movie was that with
Blood Diamond?
Blood Diamond, yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I see Richard back there. Oh my gosh! Somebody says BitBoy is RH. I'm done.
So, but so that was basically the tour of the Richard Hart multiverse. But just to finish it up, we got to be thankful that this is our multiverse with Richard Hart working hard on getting the Pulsechain ready and done for us. And so,
ladies and gentlemen, that
actually, I'm sorry, I forgot.
in conclusion, there's one more.
I had one more slide. In conclusion, I rest my case for a Quantum Leap reboot.
Oh my God.
If anyone knows
Quantum, where did they find you, Briz? Were you born in a petri dish? Did they implant? Like, how does this work, Briz?
I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, I have to give you a +1 for creativity. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The Biz with Briz.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. I thought we would take some time from all the tech talk that we're always doing, and have some fun, and be thankful that we are where we are, and that good times are coming.
Briz, we went from 275 viewers down to 44.
Oh man, that was perfect. We told them, do not subscribe.
Subscribe. This is the best moment of my life.
Get out,
Briz. I had no idea that you were the key.
I'm gonna take over your channel by completely sinking it.
Oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna keep the friggin' fire going. We're gonna burn it up, man. The furnace is hot. My next guest here, I'm very